Welcome, those of you who have just joined us. This is one of our special series we've added on for Consumer Goods Cloud Ask an Expert session. Today, it'll look pretty similar to what we've done in the past. We're going to go over a topic, and then if you have questions throughout, we have many panelists on today that can answer those as we go through. I just want to go over a few logistics and introductions, and then we'll pass it over to our subject matter expert. As Salesforce is a publicly traded company, please make any purchasing decisions based on what is readily available. And for our agenda today, again, if you've joined us before, you probably know this format, but we will go through introductions and logistics. We'll go through our topic today, which is the retail execution offline and online features and capabilities. Of course, go into some Q&A after related to that, and then we'll talk about what follow-up resources you'll receive 24 hours after this. We might also have some resources we post in the chat along the way too, so just make sure you grab those before exiting out of today's webinar. My name is Hayes. I'm a success guide at Salesforce, and I specialize in our industry clouds, providing best practices and resources. I'll be helping with facilitating some questions today, but I'll go ahead and pass it to you, Mark.
Thank you, Hayes. Can you please stop sharing your screen?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So we have a packed agenda for today. I will introduce the generic concepts for the basic and advanced model and the main differences between our online and offline application. I will provide you a very quick demo, which is highlighting the key differences between the basic and the advanced model as well. Then we have collected as a team frequently asked questions, which we will announce in the wider group. And at the end of the session, we have enough time that we can respond to any of your questions which you have during the session. So in the winter release, we introduced, based on the CG Cloud object model, the ability to execute specific tasks on the offline mobile device. So this was the main achievement in the winter release. And we call this original approach based on the existing basic data model. So the scope of the offline application is mainly to execute pre-planned visits, including inventory and custom assessment tasks. And as I mentioned before, the existing data model, including retail store, action plan, standard promotion, retail visit, KPIs, etc., are used for this application. Then in spring 22, we introduced an enhanced object model, which I introduced during the last couple of sessions and in the release webinars. And the enhanced data model is supporting advanced business capabilities. So you can see on the right side, for example, part of the new object and the business functionality is the ability to plan full-featured offline visits, including ad hoc visits, based on a territory concept. We call this work unit management. Then it's supported to execute these offline created visits with advanced features. For example, offline orders, including penny perfect pricing, which is for the moment pilot in spring, but in a couple of weeks, this feature will go GA. This supports out of the box multiple markets on the same Salesforce work. And the new approach is based on the enhanced data model, where we have harmonized master data, product 2, for example, account, product assortment, and visit. But all of the existing standard CG Cloud objects, for example, retail store, the assessment tasks, and so on, they are not used in the new approach. And only the new model in the new approach will support you with the advanced capabilities out of the. It means it's the decision of the implementation So, for example, you have implemented already the existing data model and you want to go offline. Then the left side of the slide is more your approach to enable inventory tasks on the offline device. But when you want to implement a new project, which requires, for example, advanced capabilities such as offline order or penny perfect pricing, then you need to implement the new model, and then you have more or less all of the new features available. We have introduced in the spring release, and in a couple of weeks, you will get incremental features in the summer release, mainly about store audits, survey, asset management, and so on. To make this less theoretical, I will share now you a quick demo to show you the differences between the original approach, which is based on the data and the basic data model, and the new approach. Can somebody please let me know if you can see my mobile screen?
Yes,
I can see it.
Thank you. I have installed mobile application based on the spring release, and I have now started the application based on the original approach. That means based on the basic model. You can see here the cockpit is more or less the same as in the window release. You can see here pre-planned visits for today, but you don't have a plus button to create a new visit ad hoc. I will now open the calendar. You can use the calendar for rescheduling the visit or to look about your planned schedule. But here you will not find any planning feature. I will now open the visit. This brings me to the store cockpit. And in the store cockpit, I have pre-planned a visit in the desktop version, and I have assigned action template. And you can see here now it's possible. The system shows me two tasks, inventory check, and the second task is refrigerator check based on custom task. So this is the basic approach. Now I will show you a feature to change from the existing approach to the advanced approach. And that's a decision where you must take for each individual implementation if you want to go with the basic approach or with the advanced approach. It's not recommended at all to provide this decision to your end users. This is only in the demo setup that I'm able to showcase both options within the same Salesforce system. Now I will switch to the advanced user cockpit. I need to restart the mobile application. This will take a couple of seconds. And now you can see here the initial landing page is based on the advanced approach because you have the option to add ad hoc a new visit. When you go to the visit calendar, you have a bunch of planning features available, such as automatic planning, trip list planning, to name two examples. And when you are executing, you have advanced features. For example, you have Tableau CRM integration, app-to-app integration. You have the mobile link and these additional features. I will now execute a visit, which I have created on the offline mobile device. And now you see, okay, first new business process is sales folder. Secondly, you can find, I will open again, Tableau CRM in the context of the store, quick access, for example, to integrate augment, to display a promotional display in the environment of the store, plus order history, and the ability to create a new order. So this is the difference between the existing and the new approach. In the basic approach, we have pre-configured the UI for order entry as well. So it's absolutely possible to move new capabilities to the old approach, but then it's, let's say, project work to enable the new capability. Another differentiation is we have for the mobile application still support for the online Salesforce standard online application and the offline application. In the quick demo, I introduced the right side offline application based on the basic data model, and the second part of the demo was based on the advanced data model. I want to highlight the major differences between the online app and the offline app. So the online application for sure is still supported, will not go away, and it's based on the generic Salesforce One mobile application. The online application is using only the basic retail execution data model, typically for the merchandising topics such as executing of assessment tasks. And the big advantage for the online application is that you can use platform technologies due to the fact that it's online. It means you can execute flow-based tasks. You can customize the application by using Lightning App Builder, Lightning Web Components, etc. And we are supporting the virtual retail execution on desktop. So the recommendation is, for the case always connected is good enough. There is not the desire for the clients or for the user to adopt offline in the near future, then you can still continue to use the online application. For sure, the user interface is not such advanced such as in the offline application. It means you will not find this cockpits which are highly optimized for the retail execution field user personas. While on the right side, the offline application, this provides you full offline support for all of your user personas, even for highly complex processes such as penny perfect pricing, where tons of pricing conditions and configuration is required. The application is based on a scalable background synchronization. It renders on all kind of form factors. So this is a major differentiation to the online application, because the online application is mainly supporting mobile phones, while here you can have tablets, mobile phones, tablets in landscape and portrait form factors. So mentioned before, the UI is highly persona and business process driven based on the different cockpits. And the offline application provides out of the box key features such as multi-market, so multi-sales org on one Salesforce org. Provides this advanced ordering, including penny perfect pricing. We will support in a couple of weeks in the summer release store audits, including conditional store audits. GPS tracking, Bluetooth scanning support is supported on the mobile device, mobile printing, and much more. But the offline application is based on the enhanced data model for the case you want to have the enablement for all market features. And as I mentioned in the slide before, we have an offline version for the standard data model as well, but for sure with limited capabilities. That means you cannot expect that GPS tracking and enhanced order will be ready without any implementation work. And this is the way forward to recommend this to a project or to a client for the case offline is required. For the case, these advanced features such as sophisticated order management or pricing, and these requirements are supported. And if tablet and the user experience does play a major role. Today, the group is not too big, so I will pause here for a second to react on immediate questions for the case. There are some pending questions. No, nothing available. Okay. So let me continue this is the high-level overview, the logical overview of the object model. You can see here on the left side, we harmonized new objects, for example, a custom product to the standard platform object product 2, plus we added additional entities, for example, to support product part lists or to support multiple unit of measures. Same for customer. We are using the standard account object, plus we added additional tables to support account roles, relationship, and this org unit assignment, to name the most relevant ones. Then we have harmonized product assortment, again using the main object plus added additional objects to support listing module. And finally, we harmonized visit, and in visit you can execute the standard visits and the enhanced visits. Then we have for more sophisticated business processes, such as order or a promotion object, we decided to go side by side. It means we have still order and promotion supporting the basic business processes, and we introduced advanced promotion, advanced ordering for supporting more sophisticated business processes. And on the right side, you can see here net new objects to support functionality, for example, account sets, or the sales work to support multi-market, or promotional conditions which are required for this specific reward handling, bunch of tables for penny perfect pricing, configuration, and for storing the conditions, plus finally the sales folder. And this is the high level view for the spring release. I will not explain in detail, but in a couple of weeks we will release summer, where we will add advanced features as well. For example, on top of assessment tasks, we will introduce advanced activities. For in-store activities, we will introduce inventory substitution or customer segmentation and asset. On this slide, I condensed key information to provide you guidance about the two different versions we are currently supporting in CG Cloud. So this is a little bit a simple view of the complexity where I've explained before. So in the left column, you can see here Salesforce standard online RE capabilities, while on the right side, this is more based on the advanced model. So starting with the data model, the existing approach is supporting the basic objects, including retail store assessment tasks, while the new model includes harmonized master data and visit from the basic data model, plus all of the enhanced objects such as sales org, org unit, or pricing conditions and advanced orders. Online version works online only, while the offline version works fully offline, including offline visit planning and execution of the very complex business processes. The online version is providing basic ordering capability, while the advanced ordering is providing a lot of sophistication, such as ordering based on flexible order types. You can collect a payment in the context of an order. Barcode scanning is supported. Mobile printing is supported. Ordering in multiple unit of measures, supporting promotional conditions, and supporting repopulation of the entire list, including the filter by listing modules. The online version does support some basic DSD scenarios, and the main supported scenario is deliver pre-ordered orders. That means a shipment, but without any adjustment, because there is no option to adjust quantities, because there is no recalculation possible, because there is no pricing engine. For the future, DSD is on our roadmap, so this will be invest in the future, but a foundation is already available to enable some custom builds, which are currently planned. That means using the existing inventories where we have in the retail execution area, plus order objects or complete penny perfect pricing can be reused, or signature capturing, barcode scanning and printing. This is a great foundation for a custom build. And sooner or later, we will provide the end-to-end user experience for DSD. Extensibility for the online, as you know, Lightning App Builder, while for the offline application, we have introduced a new tool. It's called CG Cloud Modeler to enhance the object model on the mobile side, business logic, and UI. For analytics, in the online version, there is embedded Tableau CIM. In CG Mobile, you have seen this card where you can call Tableau CIM via link to the Tableau CIM application from the store cockpit and from the sales rep cockpit. Online version, you can embed Salesforce Maps in your online application. In the offline application, we have embedded Google Maps for sophisticated features, for example, map-based planning. I've introduced during the release presentation this feature. But Salesforce Maps can be used for route optimization. That's possible as well in the desktop version. Flows are supported in the online version. They are, as of today, not supported on the mobile side, but our, let me say, long-term approach is to combine the online and the offline application to one common hybrid application. So this is the vision for the future. In Smart Selling, you have today available in the online version visit and task recommendation, and planogram is available, but our strong recommendation is to implement a more sophisticated partner application. For the offline version, it's currently planned to rebuild visit and task and order recommendation based on the new object model. And for planogram, we have the same approach to partner with, for example, Easy Picky, because they are providing live stream technology or augmented reality views. Only on the right side, for the offline, you have these advanced features available, such as PDF printing, Bluetooth, barcode scanning, conditional audits, multi-market. And the roadmap, the main investment area for the next releases, is on the new approach, because our main target is to enable additional omni-channel retail execution use case. We have now collected during the last 2 to 3 weeks key questions from our partners, where I want to provide feedback today. First question is about what functionality will retail store have in CG Cloud? So retail store is used in the existing approach, online and offline. And it is required to create a one-to-one relationship between retail store and account if you want to use offline. And by the way, this was always a best practice, even if you are using only online. Retail store is not used for the enhanced business processes. Only account is used, for example, in advanced order or sales folders. Next question is about best practices for setting up and use the customer roles. So the concept is, with a customer role, you can specify the activities with a business partner to, let me say, which kind of business processes a business partner can carry out. For example, order management. There is the need to set up the sold to, so this is orderer, ship to, this is the delivery recipient, store and payer role for order taking. bill to is optional for the time being. And the orderer role, so the sold to, is a key role in the business process. So this role specifies that the business partner is allowed to place orders. And there is one specific attribute in the role. This is about it's called orderer type. And this will be used to match the allowed order templates for the customer. So this is important. One typical use case is you need to control that a wholesaler order can only be selected for your indirect customers. And for the case you are creating an order for a direct customers, the wholesaler order should not be selectable or visible at all. This is one example where we are using this attribute from the orderer role. But it's not always required to provide the additional roles to your stores directly. It means you can assign, for example, delivery receipt, the pay to roles via customer relationships. And then in the order entry, you can select one of your multiple assigned delivery recipients, for example. And additional roles and relationships are required for specific business scenarios. Again, the example, indirect order. For the case you want to release an indirect order, the store must have a relationship at least to one wholesaler. So this is about our customer role management. The next topic, number 3, is about best practice and use of customer extension. So customer extension is a one-to-one relation from account to this customer extension to manage all of your customer roles. But we are using this entity for retail execution and for TPM. And we are using this customer extension object to store specific attributes such as the status of the business partner, class of trade of a store type for pricing, and other supplementing data. Then we have customer sets. Customer sets is to manage a group of customers as reusable customer sets. And the customer sets can be created in multiple ways. For example, you can integrate the data from your ERP system, or you can set up the customer sets manually, or in the summer 22 release, we will provide a customer segmentation engine where you can create a rule, and based on the rule, you have daily updates on your customer sets. And then you can assign your customer sets to a promotion, for example, to set up a promotion only for the stores in the customer set. Customer sets are used for pricing conditions, and they will be used in the summer release to set up activity. Question number 5 was about best practice and usage of the listing classification. So this is customer master entity, and it's a store classification by product category to restrict the products from an authorization list, which have been agreed typically at a higher level in the trade org hierarchy. Example, the entire listing does apply for all large format stores, while only a subset of the products from the trade org listing is relevant for small format stores. And the advantages of the concept is a massive reduction for setting up and maintaining the authorization list from your planners. So maintain the listing at trade org level from key account manager or from your planners without the need to copy and adjust on a permanent base all of your listings at the lower store level. This is the main advantage of this concept. And in some regions, this feature is a must-have in our industry. The next group of questions is more related to visit. So if the retail store object is not used in the new model, how can I specify what type of accounts can be linked to this visit? It's a field or it's record type. So the answer is there is no hard validation. It's possible to create a visit for all kinds of accounts. However, you need to have specific roles or attributes for enabling specific processes or functionality. For example, I provided the example, you need the orderer role to allow to create an order for a specific store. Or you need to set up your visit settings with the correct frequency in the specific entity as a prerequisite for automatic visit planning. 7 and 8 I have already covered in my introduction. So this is about action plan, how and if action plans work in the offline application, same for retail store and retail visit KPIs. So action plans, including retail store, retail visit KPIs, are part of the basic model, and they are supported with inventory and custom tasks in the offline application. But again, they are not used in the advanced object model. We will introduce in the summer release advanced activity management for the same purpose. Then number 9, if new offline visits are also supported in the same visit object, how it is possible to differentiate them. So the advanced visits have a visit template assigned, which is used for this differentiation. So it is supported to execute pre-planned visits from the existing model in the offline application with the inventory and custom tasks for the case there is no template assigned. But if you want to execute advanced visits or if you want to have this offline visit planning feature available, this is only supported when you have assigned template to your visit, you have set up your org units correctly, and then you can execute your visits. You can plan your visits off. And the last bunch of questions, so number 10 is mixed across multiple areas. So in the new model, there are new objects to define sales org, count role, or multi-market concepts. Will this concept be included in the existing model in the future and in the online application? As mentioned during my introduction, the new concepts will be supported as part of the new model only, and we have no plans to make this functionality available out of the box in the existing model. However, you can implement specific features, for example, multi-market, in your existing data model, but then it's custom works. We will not provide out-of-the-box configuration where you can just enable. Number 11, best practice and usage of promotions for both models, basic and enhanced. This is a side-by-side object. So existing promotions and promotion channels, they are used for the existing model, and the advanced promotions are required for the new model, for example, to support promotion-based orders, to support sales folders, and in-store activities in the summer release. And remaining 2 questions are related to the roadmap. So is the new model going to be supported in the online application? So we are currently not planning to support the new model in the existing online mobile application. However, an online desktop user experience is available for the new model. That means you can go to your Salesforce desktop version, you can plan visit, you can execute a visit, you can review order, or you can create order. same user, it's not the same user experience, but this is available in the new model online. And the long-term target is to bring together offline and online in a single application. But it's definitely the vision, and it's a long-time approach and will not be available in the next 2 releases. And the final question, is the existing model going to disappear or not going to implement it in the future, to be improved in the future? No, the existing model will stay. But our main investment area for the next releases is omni-channel retail with emphasis on omni-channel ordering and pricing from the advanced model. This is definitely the main scope for the next couple of releases. We have now time for additional questions, but I will use during my sharing 2 minutes to promote Learning.org and IDO.org.
Mark, if I may quickly interrupt, there are 3 questions in the Q&A panel that you might want to take. The first question is from Jose. If you can talk a little bit more on conditional audits.
Yeah, so conditional audits is a feature from the summer release. The main purpose for conditional audits is to set up let me say, a dependency between your questions in order to improve the quality of your audit. One example, you can set up in the standard store audit, for example, a question, is a promotional display available in the expected week in the store? Then you have a second question is about can you please check the quality of the display, or can you check the placement area of the display? But the second and the third question, they are making only sense for the case the user has responded, yes, the promotional display is available. And only for the case, yes, that means the initial screen will show up only the question, is the promotional display available? When the answer is no, then there will no additional question. The system will not show additional question, but for the case he is responding with yes, and then the system is showing the depending questions. This will be a key feature of the summer 22 release.
Thanks, Mark. And the other question was from Rina, which is more around how to create promotion in the new feature set, and how does it relate to sales folder, and how does that actually play together, promotion, sales folders, and if I may add even then, what is the relation then of promotions into orders, that we can provide a kind of a summary how these 3 objects can be configured together, how they play together, and maybe some words from you to that aspect, Mark.
First of all, order can work independent of promotions, same for sales folder. It means you can create a standard order without any filtering of promotions, without any promotional conditions, just create an order. Same for sales folder. You can set up a sales folder to introduce new products without any relationship to promotion. But now, when you have set up your promotions, you can assign product details, so more information about the deal, all of the different dates, for example, in-store placement, pricing dates, etc., information from key account manager to the field, and multimedia material. And when you have set up this promotion, the promotion will appear on the offline mobile device in the context of a visit in the store cockpit, and the user can use this information for example, for selling in the promotion at a store level. But then you can assign, or you can, let me say, highlight the promotion as selectable. And on top of this, you can include some hurdles which must be fulfilled to, let me say, to allow or enable a store manager to get specific benefits, specific rewards. It means you can set up a rule in the promotion when the order value is exceeding 200 or 2,000 bucks, then this will enable for 10 free products where user can select, or this will enable for a specific discount. And when it becomes to order, and the order type is enabled for selectable promotions and for this specific reward handling, then the user will see in the order screen promotion, all promotions which are currently valid for the customer. The user can select promotion by promotion. He sees the specific hurdles and rewards and can then, let me say, apply the specific benefits to the store manager. So this concept is highly relevant for specific markets, mainly in the cosmetics industry, so beauty care, hairdressers, etc. And in sales folder, you can link a promotion to a sales folder. It means you can set up your sales folder, you can link the promotion to a sales folder, and in the sales folder, you can provide the collection of your multimedia material to support the entire sales pitch in the context of a promotion. And from the user experience, if you have seen in my quick demo, you have the sales folders, and when you are opening the sales folder, you can see the link to the promotion and all of the supporting material.
Thanks, Mark. That was awesome. One more remark, maybe. I also understand from the questions, and you could not read it, that it's not only how they play together, but also how to set it up. So maybe we can take it as a follow-up that in one of the next sessions, we just again show how it looks like, and at the same time also show how it's configured, just selectively how to enable that it's selected promotion, that we can transport a little bit more also the how to be configured aspect of it. And I remember also that in our internal list for some of the next how-to documents, I think the creation of promotion is also an item, right?
Yes, the focus of the next meetings are on one hand, how to use the modeler to configure or customize the mobile application. And we will continue in the functional area, mainly with how to set up the master data, which can be used for ordering, how to set up the promotions, how to set up a product assortment, including listing modules and these topics. This will definitely the focus of the upcoming Ask an Expert sessions.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. So I have any more open questions in the Q&A panel. So we're good from that perspective.
Very good. So then let me briefly promote and introduce the new Learning Org. So Learning Org is available. You can request a new instance of the Learning Org via this click. And Hayes, maybe you can share this link and the link for the IDO org. And
yes,
the Learning Org, the main purpose is to provide reconfigured trials with, let me say, the pre-configuration of the major features. You can see here, we have embedded a detailed description how to set up very quickly the offline mobile device. You can see here both approaches, how to set up the mobile application to execute visits based on the basic data model. And the next version is how to set up the mobile device where you can immediately blend offline and execute your visit. This org is available. You can immediately order this org. And by the way, my quick demo from the beginning of the session, I have just installed the mobile application from a new Learning Org, and without any additional configuration, I was able to execute the mobile device. For sure, for the visit in the old approach, I created a visit in the desktop system, assigned the action plan template, and synchronized. This was the only thing I added before this demo. All the rest, you can use this out of the box. And this includes complete order management, sales folder, mobile links, etc. And for IDO, we will be ready in the next 2 releases that you can order IDO.org to set up industry-specific demos. So here the target group is more the solution engineers to provide customer-facing demos. And the major difference is this org is based on multiple industry orgs. That means you can include capabilities from different orgs in your entire flow as well. But the data are more or less the same. That means you have all of the data set up already included, that you can immediately showcase your key business processes. And here is the link for IDO. Please share this already, but it will take 2 additional weeks until you can order this new IDO. I want to say thank you, but I want to double check because we have some minutes left. Is there an additional question or can we complete this session?
There are no current questions in our queue.
Good. Then thanks a lot for the session, for your participation. And we have scheduled the next session already next week, right? That's
correct. Yep. That will happen on the 14th, same time.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Thank you all. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.